Silos can still enable for his team, but it's not quite the same feeling he's used to.
What about Tigreal or Terizla? I had that in the back of my mind as well, because I see if Tigreal doesn't feel good, but Terizla, you want crowd control to set up, which is something that Ulfhednar didn't have until this Terizla pick. I do like it. You essentially sandbag the lane. Gonna have parallel jungling experience, purple buff for Lexi and orange for TNZ. Look out for level 4 as well. I think with the Khalid, you definitely want to be the one to move fast, mid-side, good poke on the Apex.
But Apex is able to use his Revitalize and do the same back to Jasmine. Both roamers going to take quite a lot of damage initially. And this mid lane priority is very, very important. We've already seen it determine early games in multiple situations. If you're able to unlock your mid or even your EXP as soon as possible, you can make things happen.
Speaking about making things happen, we also want to remind you guys that M6 Pass is already available from the 18th of November to 29th of December. You can make your dream happen of owning something like the Claude exclusive statue by maxing out your battle pass, and along the way get exclusive skins like the Boxer special skins, the Claude M6 skin, Cosmic Blaze, the Claude figurines, Sacred Statue, Spawn Effect, everything under the sun.
Yep, the M6 Pass only gonna last until the end of December, so make sure to jump on that. But now we can see Jasmine a little bit too far forward. Instant 3-man collapse and first blood to TNZ.
Slightly weird interaction that Soso wasn't even there. I guess maybe Jasmine wanted to hold the lane hostage, but to engage like that definitely is not what you want, especially when you're 20 seconds away from the first turtle spawning.
Yeah, a bit of disrespect to the Torn Queen there. Figured that, hey, I'm 1v1 against Valentina. I can at least poke them out, but you're never truly alone, especially if you're not, like, checking vision first. So, a small mistake, but not too big a deal so far for Nightmare. They just gotta clean things up.
And as much damage as Khalid deals, Rosa does have the Brace Might, so that extra regen, that extra healing, 5% max HP with every single proc is gonna help.
Turtle dropping very low. Lexi on top of it. Looks like TNZ not actually even going to contest it. And now they engage. Raging Sandstorm at 2 with the RWM. Rosa has the flicker out. Gonna use the Raging Sandstorm to escape to safety. Apex almost trades for Lexi, but not able to get out in time. TNZ not gonna have his Ogi Shadow kill either, so not able to finish Kami in the top lane.
TNZ is still sticking around. That Quad Shadow will come back up in just a little bit. So Kami needs help. Jasmine will do that deed. Force TNZ away. Get a bit of poke. Sunshine will take that recall. So timing-wise for Ulfhednar is not too shabby. They traded a turtle. They traded 1 kill. Niightmare Esports stabilized the state of the game for now. But again, if Jasmine is allowed to move freely and not get punished like he did in the first 1.5 minutes, it will be good for Nightmare.
Yeah, Nightmare Esports were able to even things up a little bit there because, oh, hold on. The Fear of Alpha misses on Rosa, and Glorious Pathway means he cannot continue. So a bit of a failed gank here.
It's a very good attempt, and Oppa also doing a great job of stopping Alien. It's just incredibly tough to fight into a Phobius. Even though you are technically a sandbag as the owner of the body of a Smith, Alien still has to respect the constant poke from Oppa, who at the same time is running that vengeance, so he is just going to be a brick wall.
And I think that's exactly what Niightmare Esports needs to play around with. We have a little bit of a fun fact here, though. Rosa has played a total of 146 games in Moonton recognized tournaments, winning 105 of them with a 71.9% win rate.
I don't even get that high of a win rate on my best hero.
Oh, Apex gets caught with the Raging Sandstorm. Beautiful knockup from the Phobius right into the RWM, but Apex still surviving all of it with a Revitalize, which means that Opper is separated by himself. A massive spam of the internal pursuit. Sphere of Destruction lands on Sunshine, but he's 1 hit away from death, and TNC is able to get out the Quad Shadow as they trade for Jasmine.
I honestly thought that they would have at least find TNZ, but I guess that is not the case. Such a good push and pull by Ulfhednar, and we also see one of the core weakness of this Phobius. Whenever you commit with the Infernal Pursuit, there is only one way forward, and a lot of times if your team is not ready to back you up or they cannot catch up, that one way leads you to the grave.
So many members of Ulfhednar were just at a tiny sliver of HP. That would have been a huge win for Niightmare. But you can see the maturity here as Rosa now jumps in, jumps onto Soul, and he is gone. Raging Sandstorm lands on TNC, but he's able to escape. Turtle claimed by the Alpha as Jasmine is traded by Sunshine. He is here to do his damage. Too easy for Lexi on top of Nonton, but the rest of Ulfhednar just zoning him away from their goal laner. Upper jumping in again with Infernal Pursuit. Now in a very awkward spot as both Alien and Apex chase him down. Do they have enough damage to actually finish off the Phobius? He's dropping real low. Looks like the answer is yes.
Man, Ring of Punishment is so punishing. Oppa slow down to a crawl. There's no getting out. Bottom tier 1 does go over to Niightmare Esports as Cammy decided that he didn't want to be part of that skirmish. Ulfhednar now with a close to 2k goal advantage. The top side completely free for Sunshine. 7 kills to 1. They have successfully accelerated that early game.
And they managed to give 2 kills and 1 assist to Sunshine on this Nonton as well. We talked about this. This hero can be pretty annoying, especially if he has some farm under his belt. This means he's gonna hit that spike around the 4th item much quicker. And once he gets his Holy Crystal, Nightmare Esports is gonna explode.
Man, Apex 47, even as an elegant gem. Uh-oh, ambush.
Speaking of exploding, Raging Sandstorm from Jasmine into the Quicksand Guard. Can he survive? No! Alien whacks him down. The body of the Smith crushing Jasmine.
Unfortunate, Cammy wanted to save his teammate with the Spear of Misery, but was out of range. Or perhaps Jasmine would have been able to get out with the Flicker because he still had it held on. Just got bursted down too fast. Bot tier 1 goes down to Sunshine. Last we checked, both marksmen had the same net worth, but I think Sunshine is definitely slowly pulling ahead with all the free space that he is getting.
And the more space Ulfhednar create, the more comfortable he becomes. You can see that he's even able to solo push down bottom lane without having to worry about too much anymore. Map control very much shifting in the direction of Ulfhednar. And even though the goal lead isn't that big, Nightmare Esports in some trouble.
Sky Piercer for TNZ. Just got that from the shop. It's the 3rd turtle spawns on the map. So Nightmare have gotten the first 2. Ulfhednar kind of gave it away. Let's see if they can get this one.
Up Turtle, down to 40%. Jasmine is here scouting it out, but the rest of Nightmare cannot enter. TNC gets it very easily, and now the rest of Ulfhednar engaging. Glorious Pathway catches up too. Jasmine dropping low, surviving with the Quicksand Dart, but Sunshine gets the killing spree. Alien, though, can be traded as Too Easy for Lexi doing a lot of damage on the opposite side of the team fight. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
Not too bad, honestly, for Nightmares. Rosa steals the Spear of Alpha just to make that escape. Pretty neutral, if I dare say, though they take Alien at the cost of Jasmine, who right now is 0-5 on the Khalid, but the value of the Khalid will always be there. Great engage, you can kind of soak up damage with the Quicksand Guard, which heals you more. The more heal, the lower your health is, the more heal you get. It's always great when you need to get out of a sticky situation, but again, Ulfhednar, because TNZ has the Sky Piercer, you gotta watch out for it, right? If you start stacking that up, your Moskov is in danger.
I think Ulfhednar did make a bit of a mistake with that previous engagement though. Penalty zone being used by Alien only on Jasmine here. That feels like a weird decision.
Well, I guess they did find him. Though I would agree, you could hold it a bit more. Ideally, you want to get onto Soso or Cammy, or best case scenario, both. But with Soso getting that glowing 1, the Wishing Lantern is going to come up in a little bit, I assume. It will make it harder for people like Apex and Alien to walk up. And not to mention, the rest of the members of Ulfhednar aren't exactly the beefiest.
Yeah, Ulfhednar does need to be somewhat careful when opening up the map, even though they've been able to slowly expand their control over the Land of Dawn. It's still very risky for them to walk too far forward, because Nightmare actually does have a good degree of burst.
I do like Soso even went for the double amulet just to get the extra mana regen, so you don't have to rely on the enchanted talisman. Some extra armors with the boots as well. But again, Wishing Lantern is going to be the key item that allows Soso to gain a bit more control over Ulfhednar, who's just camping this mid bush.
Up TNC jumps in, goes for the Orchid Shadow kill with the stolen RWM, and instantly Soul is gone.
Couldn't even respond at all. That's Sky Piercer stack again. TNC actually didn't find the stack, which is unfortunate, but still, right? They find a kill and now
Penalty
one more.
zone on 2, into the Glorious Pathway, Spear of Alpha to escape. Raging Sandstorm lands on 2. It's pretty good, but mega kill for Sunshine already. Make that double. Spear of Destruction lands, Vengeance used, but Upper is 1v5, and that is 4 members of Nightmare down for the count.
Just cannot fight without Soso. You need the Eve. The real world manipulation is what allows Nightmare Esports to create a controlled environment, and without it, Ulfhednar just runs wild like a pack of wolves looking for their prey. Now they're looking for Cammy. No penalty zone from Alien, so no commitment. But Lord will go over to Ulfhednar, and this is them having a vice grip over the game. Let's look at the instant replay presented to you by Kadia. Great penalty zone from Alien. The glorious pathway to basically block Jasmine out. Niightmare Esports tried to force the fight, but once more do not have the resources to do anything.
Niightmare Esports definitely did not want to fight there. Great job by Alien to punish them for standing a bit too far forward when they clearly didn't have their battle utils anymore. Once Soul was gone, Niightmare needed to shift into defensive play.
It definitely did. Even right now, I think it's tough for Cammy, right? He's been getting some space, but that space has quickly shrunk. Bot tier 2 should fall. The jungle is completely plundered by Ulfhednar. So again, like a bunch of wolves, they're feasting right now. It's a buffet for the Turkish team.
They look very comfortable right now. 5k gold lead, not actually that big at 10 minutes, but a 13-2 kill score shows you how heavily they've been dominating Niightmare. Glorious Pathway cuts them off behind a beautiful flicker penalty zone on 3 members. RWM comes out, Sunshine from the flank. Winter Crown used by Alexi in the mid lane, but he's not going to be able to survive. Apex picks up that kill. Spear of Destruction whiffed completely. The rest of Niightmare still alive though, so they can hold their inhibitors.
That's the key item I've been waiting for. Wishing Lantern for Soul at 11 minutes into the game. It does feel slightly bad that it took him this long, but better late than never. And I gotta say, Sunshine's positioning is immaculate. He noticed that Niightmare Esports were funneling into that mid-side, so he came in with the entropy from the right side of the fight, and Niightmare had no resources to even force out the Purify or force him to retreat. This 5-0 Nonton, Holy Crystal as the third item. We talk about that, accelerating the critical mass timing, and he is now at that point.
1.6k ahead of the enemy gold laner. Jasmine walking up the scout, and he is gone. That's what we talked about. Monster kill for Sunshine. When you have this Holy Crystal, you do so much damage.
Oh my god, just blew right through Jasmine's health pool. This is a choco. Ulfhednar, they are just going to keep Niightmare Esports on their side of the map. Basically lock them in the base, right? They can keep shoving the wave, and once that Lord comes up, it is Lord time.
Lord up in another 45 seconds, but Ulfhednar probably don't even need it. We see the entropy come out. RWM double death box, and it looks like Soul the one losing killing spree for TNC as he picks up Cammy on the other side of the map as well. 3 members of Niightmare gone. Top inhibitor taken out. Sunshine 704 on an Nonton. Too easy for Lexi. Gonna clear up the wave. Jasmine has to flicker away, but TNC's just gonna follow him like a shadow in the night. Mega kill for the Hayabusa.
Niightmare only have one last chance, but I think Ulfhednar can just run it down.
And too easy for Lexi. He is not even an obstacle. Winter Crown will only delay the inevitable as Ulfhednar take him out. And the crystal now wide open. Opera and Soul are back, but Opera's already gone. That's a legendary streak. Bury the nightmares and let the sun shine through as Ulfhednar